The Stoics invented a technique that makes Buddhist meditation 10 times more powerful. For 2 millennia, humans have sought the answer to one question: how do you train your mind to work for you, not against you? Buddhists found a way to observe consciousness. Stoics, a way to direct it. But no one combined this knowledge until today. What you're about to learn will change your understanding of meditation forever. This isn't relaxation. This is surgery of consciousness. Precise removal of what prevents clear thinking. Prosoche meets Vipassana. Wisdom meets insight. So what happens when 2 of the deepest currents in consciousness work are combined into one practice? Let's start with the Buddhist tradition. Buddhists created Vipassana, insight meditation. The word means seeing things as they really are. Not as we want to see them, not as we were taught to see them, but as they are. The technique is simple. You concentrate, observe everything that happens in consciousness. Thoughts come and go. Emotions flare up and fade away. Sensations change. You simply watch all of this as an outside observer. Vipassana reveals a fundamental truth. Your thoughts are not you. Your emotions are not you. These are simply processes happening in consciousness. You are the one who observes. Sounds simple, but there's a problem. But this approach has one serious drawback. When you calmly settle down to meditate, consciousness turns into chaos. Thousands of thoughts, memories, plans, fears. You try to observe but get lost in this stream. After 10 minutes of meditation, you realize that for the last 8 minutes you were thinking about business, not observing. Frustration. Try again. Lose focus again. Buddhists say, practice for years and mastery will come. This is true. But is there a faster path? Vipassana shows how to observe, but doesn't show what exactly to observe first. Now let's turn to Stoic wisdom. At the same time, Greek Stoics developed Prosoche, the practice of constant mindfulness. The word means directed attention or vigilance of consciousness. Prosoche is not meditation in the classical sense. It's a way of life, constant observation of your reactions to events, a way to control your thoughts and actions with one specific question: is this controlled or uncontrolled? The Stoics understood what the Buddhists missed. Not all thoughts are equally important. Some lead to suffering, others to wisdom. Some can be changed, others cannot. Prosoche provided a clear filter for consciousness. And now the most interesting part. What happens when you combine these 2 approaches? Now let's combine both approaches. Vipassana teaches observing consciousness processes without judgment. Prosoche shows what exactly to pay attention to during this observation. Instead of chaotic observation of everything in a row, you focus on specific moments when consciousness reacts to uncontrollable events. It works like this. You immerse yourself in meditation, but instead of passive observation, you apply Stoic practice. When a thought or emotion appears, you automatically ask, is this about controllable or uncontrollable? If about uncontrollable, you simply observe how this reaction disappears. If about controllable, you remember for further action. Result: meditation becomes not relaxation, but training in practical wisdom. Let's see how this works in practice. You begin to meditate. Consciousness starts generating its usual stream, but now each thought passes through a double filter. A painful thought about the past appears. Traditional Vipassana fixes its presence, observes how it spins, generating new variations of pain. You can spend hours observing this process, getting nothing but fatigue. Vipassana plus Prosoche changes the entire mechanism. The painful thought instantly passes through Stoic analysis. The past is absolutely uncontrollable. Consciousness automatically marks this thought as unproductive and releases it without struggle. The next thought, about future plans. Prosoche instantly recognizes. Part of these plans is controllable, part is not. Consciousness naturally filters out the unnecessary and leaves only what leads to action. Then an emotional reaction to something unpleasant arises. Vipassana shows the nature of this emotion, how it's born, develops, changes. Prosoche adds understanding. The emotion itself is uncontrollable, but your reaction to it is entirely in your hands. After a few minutes, a strange thing happens. Consciousness stops wasting energy on mental chewing. Instead of a chaotic stream of thoughts, only what has practical value remains. Meditation transforms into a process of clearing the mind of everything unnecessary. This is not relaxation. This is active work with consciousness that makes you wiser every minute. Here's what happens to your meditation practice. When you combine Vipassana with Prosoche, meditation stops being an escape from reality. It becomes preparation for life. Instead of relaxed observation, you get active mind training. Each meditation session becomes practice in distinguishing between important and unimportant, controllable and uncontrollable. After a few weeks, you notice, in everyday life, this practice works automatically. Someone offended you? Consciousness instantly recognizes uncontrollable and lets go. An opportunity arose to improve something in business? Controllable, attention activates. This is not suppression of emotions. This is training attention to focus on what really matters. But that's not all. There's a deeper level. Buddhist Vipassana reveals the nature of consciousness. Stoic Prosoche teaches how to use this nature. Result of combination. You don't just observe thoughts, you learn to distinguish useful from harmful. You don't just release emotions, you preserve those that lead to right actions. Meditation transforms from passive practice into active wisdom training. Every minute on the cushion becomes an investment in quality of life. This is meditation for people of action. For those who want not just to find peace, but to learn to live effectively. And here's how this transforms your entire life. When Stoic Prosoche combines with Buddhist Vipassana, a real revolution of consciousness occurs. Your mind becomes like a precision mechanism, instantly distinguishes important from unimportant. Emotional reactions to uncontrollable events weaken and disappear. Energy concentrates only on what you can change. This is not cold rationality. This is hot wisdom. When every action is born from clarity, not from chaos. Let's wrap this up. Buddhists gave the precise mechanism of observation. Stoics gave the magical compass for this observation. Together, they create the most powerful practice for consciousness transformation. Now we have meditation that doesn't just calm, but makes we wiser with every minute. The ancients did everything for us. We only need to apply it.